Hello and welcome back to Jockey Bane's channel. My name is of course Jockey Bane and I'll be here talking to you about Smash Brothers. As fate would have it, I just finished recording the session to think of this video, and I've already figured out even better things that I can talk about. So, a thing that's been in the uprising lately is Smash Bros. DLC. In the spring, it has been announced that Mewtwo will be returning as a playable character from Melee. I think that there might be a couple of more DLC packs that might be included in the next coming years, and I think that they are even though they might not be as likely as other DLC packs, I think that they would be a very good idea and that they are in fact plausible. So first, I think there's going to be three packs. The first two being more likely than the third. You're going to find out pretty quickly why. But the first pack is Mario Kart. The not Mario Kart. The Super Smash Bros. Melee returning fighters. So this pack would most likely include the Ice Climbers, Mewtwo, of course, and I think that they could take Roy or Pichu and perhaps mold them into something either different or completely different, not in so making Pichu, if say they chose Pichu, not making it hurt itself, but giving it some kind of unique move set that makes it viable but not completely horrible like it was in Melee. But then I think that they could add a few stages, like for instance Dreamland, and take for each one of these packs would have like three characters, four or three stages that they would give to you. But that's a general gist of the Melee pack. The Brawl pack would have the returning fighters from Brawl that were cut, most being the two would be Lucas, Wolf, and I think that maybe even Taboo would be able to be released as a playable character. Not in the same vein that he was a completely destructive final boss in the Brawl series, but I think that he could still have a very manageable moveset designed around him. The reason I think that Taboo could be in the game is that if you look on the Smash Brothers website and you go to their assist trophies page, for the Pong assist trophy, the guy being hit by Pong is a blue wireframe. The only blue wireframe that I can think of is Taboo, but I don't think that they've already designed Taboo if he's not even going to be in the release game. But they could be releasing it as DLC anyways. But it's always a possibility. Next up, I think that the last pack, the one I'm most happy about, would probably be the final boss pack. The well, not final boss, but mostly just new villains from the most recent Nintendo games. So each one of these, of course, have three characters and actually three characters, three stages, one for each character. The bosses that I'd like to see turned into Smash Brothers fighters would have to be Antasma from Super Mario RPG Dreamland. Antasma is the secondary antagonist, but he was revealed to be the primary antagonist, but then, of course, was overthrown by Bowser, as everyone else has. But I think that giving him a moveset would be generally easy. I think that he would be a great character to use. As for stages, I think that something based off of Dreamland, be it Pillow's Castle, the a battle stage, like the stage you see when you're in a battle with something, or any area in that game would be just fine. That game is amazing. I like almost everything about it. I have no bad things to say about it in any way. But if even better if they could incorporate some like the part of the giant fight. For instance, if you were fighting in the normal form and then suddenly you were having to fight on top of this giant Luigi as he was fighting this monster or whatever, and he would move the stage as he got hit or as he delivered hits to his opponent, and it would just reverse areas just like in Delfino Plaza did. But anyway, moving on to the second one, I think that Queen Sectonia from Kirby's Triple Deluxe would be a very good character. Her moveset is very well rounded. You can see in her game that she uses two staves and swords. Well, two staves that can morph into swords that would allow her to give a lot of moveset capability. For instance, I think that her one attack where she rapidly stabs her sword could be a very good side special. And I think that a fighter that was based around I don't know, even though that she floats, I think that could still be manageable. For instance, if her up B wasn't necessarily recovery, but it was like, for instance, Shulk's Monado, where she could be able to float in the air, but getting hit would give her normal knockback, and that she would be able to float around, maybe even teleport around. Just give her like this new sense of character that wasn't like all the other ones, but still give her like a weakness. For instance, make her very weak to knockback, or make her take more damage, or not inflict as much, or make her attack stupidly predictable. Maybe not the last one, but you get the point. And for the third and final character, you could, I don't know, there's a lot of characters that could be taken from it. I think that maybe if you could look at the Pokemon universe and take one of the new Pokemon from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I think that's very, very unlikely, and that any more Pokemon will be carried in. I know that there's a lot of people on the Mario roster to say that the Pokemon roster wouldn't get another slot, but I think there's a lot of Mario games and that Mario is very popular that um, it can have an excuse for having all these characters. Even though Pokemon has all of these games that, of course, are almost just as popular as Mario, Mario has a lot of spin-offs, a lot of very good spin-offs compared to Pokemon. I think that adding some more representation to that in the form of a Mario RPG character would be nice. But in the realm of characters, I think that perhaps maybe a Wonderful 101 character, even maybe a Xenoblade Chronicles character. For in the realm of Moomcar, I know he's already a stage boss in the form of Metal Face, but having like an outside form, for instance, or maybe even Fiora. Add Fiora, even though she's not actually, she is kind of a boss, where she just fought around using her dual daggers and just normal fighting, and then for a final smash she would go into Silverface and fight like that. And then get another Xenoblade stage. I think that would be very nice. Something based around maybe the Prison Isles would be nice. But that's all that I've come up with. If you have any ideas or recommendations that you think would be good to add to Smash Brothers, feel free to leave them in the comments. But other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.